I straight put it down and I'm repping the brown. And fuck all the haters that's running them out. They ain't about shit, they just love talking loud, cause they know I'm a hoodster, they're chasing the clout. I brush it away and I stick to my route. I'm moving on up and fuck all of the doubts. A hoodster, a G, and I'm repping it proud. A hoodster, a G, and I'm repping it proud. Straight for the raza, so bump it out loud. I straight put it down and I'm repping the brown. And fuck all the haters that's running them out, cause they ain't about shit, they just love talking loud. They know I'm a hoodster, they're chasing the clout. I brush it away and I stick to my route. I'm moving on up and fuck all of the doubts. A hoodster, a G, and I'm repping it proud. Straight for the raza, so let it bump loud.
You are now watching M.O.D Entertainment, Hoodstars.
What up, G-Life fam? This right here is South Central Los Angeles, the Low Bottoms. Home to more than a dozen gangs, Hispanic and African Americans, you know, Cribs, Bloods, Primera Flats, Ghetto Boys, 29th Street, 22nd Street, and many more. And this is home to Little Menace. Little Menace was a Chicano rapper that was well known. They had even compared him to Little Rob within popularity. That's how big he was, and his music in his career. Released 6 albums. And this is the area in which he was coming from. He was born and raised, brought up right here in South Central Los Angeles. He was a member of the Loco Parque street gang. So that's Loco Parque. Loco Parque is a well-known Hispanic neighborhood right here in the Low Bottoms. That's the LPR, you know, Loco Parque Rifa. And their neighborhood is what's central to Washington, from Washington to Compton, from Compton to Adams. So everything that's in the middle is their neighborhood, which is Walnut, 20th Street, 21st Street, 22nd Street, 23rd Street, 25th, you know, Hooper Avenue. All of that is what's considered their neighborhood. Now, they got the name Loco Parque due to Central Park. You know what I mean? That's the area in which, you know, their dojo, their domain, where they roam around, Central Park, Loco Parque. You know what I mean? Because I do know that African American gangs do refer to it, you know, Central Park and everything like that. So to differentiate themselves from those gangs, you know, they named it Loco Parque, Crazy Park. And that's the name of their neighborhood, and the neighborhood in which he was from, because he became Christian. You know what I mean? So he's a Christian now, so obviously he left that life behind and stuff like that. But yes, this was the neighborhood in which he was from, and who he represented in his music and put it down for. Now, in his career, because he had a pretty good career, he had released 6 albums. He had The World Is Mine, he had The Bad Guy, he had Dedicated to La Raza, he had Down to Ride, he had I'm Still Here, he had Hot 5, he had The Best of Little Menace. So he had about 7 albums in total. You know what I mean? His first album was with Familia Records, which was The World Is Mine, which was one of his best albums, along with The Bad Guy, which in that one he belonged to Boulevard Records. That was another really good album. Then you had Dedicated to La Raza, which was another Boulevard Records. And then you had Down to Ride, which was PR Records. And then you had I'm Still Here, which was when he was already associated with High Power for a brief amount of time. Now, I'm not gonna, you know, I always tell you how it is right here on my channel, so I'm not gonna be right here and lying and saying that I was a fan of his music or I bought his CDs and everything like that. I knew who he was because my aunt liked his music. He has talent in rapping. It was just not my type of style. I like more of the chaotic rap, you know, the chaos. That's just the type of music that I gravitate to. While his music is more laid back and chill, you know, he has a lot of rolas, you know, for the ladies, and you know, to be cruising or blazing it, and you know, just chill and vibe and kick back to. While I like more of the chaotic destruction type of rap. You know, but he does have talent. He has a lot of good. He does have a lot of rolas that do bump. Like Roll It Up is one that people like. The Bad Guy, The World Is Mine is another good one. He does have music that does bump. You know what I mean? If you're a fan of music, you know, to blaze it to or to cruise, you know, drive through the boulevard or with your girl and stuff like that, then you'll definitely like his music. You know what I mean? You know. Because that's the type of music that he makes, like the kickback type of music. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, those were his albums. You know what I mean? his last album was about in 2007, because he did become Christian and you know, left behind that life and everything like that. But now he just preaches about unity and bringing the Rasta together. So he does have a positive message out there that he's pushing. I'm not gonna go into the whole gangbanging story into it, or say that, you know, he was down or he wasn't, or about the beefs and everything, because all of that stuff is just gossip. I'm just here to talk about his Chicano rap career, and just focus on that. Everything else is just gossip, and I'm not here to gossip. You get what I'm saying? Whether he was good or no good or all of that is irrelevant right here. And not only that, but I don't have that information, and I'm not gonna be right here trying to bash somebody on the internet, because those are female games. Not even female games. Those are just little kiddie games. You know what I mean? But yeah, those were his albums. He was very popular within the Chicano rap music industry. He did become Christian. He was a member of the local Park Street gang. And his career he did have a pretty good career. Like I said, they compared him to Little Rob, and when you're being compared to somebody of that level, because, you know, he is, you know, Little Rob is well known. I mean, that's pretty good, you know. And like I said, his first two albums did really, really good. You know what I mean? They sold thousands and thousands of those things. You know, I think I had seen it was like 21,000 or whatever in just a short amount of time, which is you know, a lot. That's a lot of albums. So his career was, you know, booming. It was doing good. Like I said, he does have, I mean, 7 albums. I mean, you know, that's a pretty good career. His first album came out in 2001. The second one, 2002, 2004, 2006, 2007, and in 2008. So he was dropping content consistently, because each album contained about like 20 songs. You know what I mean? So that's a pretty good career if you ask me. But yeah, that's who Little Menace is. Now he's just a family man who preaches. Like I said, he's a Christian and all of that. So he left all that life behind. But yeah, that's who he was. And in the rap industry, if you want, you can go check out his music and peep him out. What up, G-Life fam? Now, right here we have one of the songs by Little Menace. You know what I mean? That way you guys, if you guys like him, you know, you could go pick up his albums or peep out his music, or, you know, all of that. Now, this one, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was a fan and bought the albums and this and that, you know what I mean? But he does have talent, you know what I mean? He has rolas that bang and bump and all that, especially if you're one that likes the mellow songs where you could just barbecue and cruise and all that. Then this is your kind of music. You know, my type of music is more about desmadre and all of that. That's, I don't know, man. There's something wrong with me. I don't know. That's just the way I am. You know, that's just real talk. I can't be sitting here and lying. Nah, but here's a rola that's dope. You know what I mean? That way you guys can get a feel of what I'm talking about. By Little Menace. And you guys already know I don't own the rights to this or none of that. You already know I got 5 on it.
Shit. I still smoke, getting straight, getting high. Get the vibes in now, cause it's yes, got me real high. Damn, I'm like a bird flying through the sky. Temperatures rising, my eyes are dimming like the lights. I got the roll, I won't till the end of the night. I'm on marijuana lighter till the day I die. Damn, this is God, please don't leave me, cause without you, I'm really nobody. I let the green goes all up in my lungs, past the bomb, cause like Marvin Gaye, it's time to get it on. Damn, I wish I had my bitch right beside me, but the shit I'm smoking will do better, G. You know why? It always makes me happy. You never talk back, lick it, roll it up, do what you want, cause it's gonna make you last so fast. So sip it, don't choke, or I'ma have a dump on your ass. I got the yes, God for it up, we don't give a fuck, but don't choke on the word.
Now, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and say that he's lyrical or all of that, you know what I mean? But he did have talent. Now, see, Little Menace, more of his music is more of like the romantic songs. Excuse me, romantic songs. You know, more laid back music. You know, it's more mellow music. You know, for those who like, you know, mellow music. especially, you know, in his later albums where he's promoting like unity and positivity. So I think, you know, for those who are into that, I think you'll definitely dig it. Now, if you're more into the street gangbanging and all that, it might not come off to you, you know, so appealing. But his check out his first 2 albums. They do have a lot of rolas like that, you know, where they were pretty good tracks, you know what I mean? Which is the Bad Guy. Check out the Bad Guy album. You'll like that one.
Load it up, we don't give a fuck, but don't choke on the wood. I got the ass gun, roll it up, we don't give a fuck, but don't choke on the wood.
Remember, this was the early Chicano rap, back in the days, early 2000s, so when it was first coming up.
Turn your stereo down and pull over to the side. Roll up the windows cause it's time to get high. Straight hot boxing cause we don't give a fuck. We got the line and the crime and we don't stop till the break of dawn.
Remember Chronic?
And tell me what's wrong, it may be illegal, but you know that my shit is bomb. Both the Buddha cause you know they can't do shit. Flip the bird and just goes through a one-way street. Now we straight damping and bumping. We got them on the inner system, gang banging, hustling. I'm living the life in the east side, stripping on this, and you know that we down to right. In my sweaty crazy city, Simona SC. I'm high inside in South Central G. You better represent and just give me that love, cause you know I'm high, but I'm harder than the ball. I got the ass got loaded up, we don't give a fuck.
Like I said, he's not really my style, but he had talent.
I got the ass got loaded up, we don't give a fuck, but don't choke on the wood. I got the ass got loaded up, we don't give a fuck, but don't choke on the wood. I got the ass got loaded up,
Reverses, remember that?
but don't choke on the wood. Now everyone's passed out, we the bitch no down. Homie, what the fuck you wanna do? Phone now, Charlie, let's get right here to the fucking coast is clear. Oh, we're out with the strike. Oh, we
He's telling a story, so good storytelling.
Cause I spoke about announce. Don't overdose, cause if you do, then you're out. Alvatos right here, have a sureño pride. Hallucinating and it feels real nice. More bounce to the motherfucking ounce. My bed is running out, in a minute we'll be asked down. But Little Menace always has the extras. And you know, I'm straight down for whatever. Gang banging and yes, I'm fucking local with my fat lingo. Damn, I'm a straight chulo, I got it, and I'm never gonna drop it. But wait a minute, getting has a must, so please don't stop it.
Okay, and that was his rola. So if you guys, you know, like his music, go peep it out. But yeah, that's who Little Menace was, you know, representing who he was, because he's a Christian now, representing South Central, Local Parque, all of that. Like I said, he had multiple albums, which sold really good. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that I owned his albums or I was a fan and stuff like that, but he does have rolas that bump, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of people will like his music. I think they will dig his music. It's just that I'm a little bit more chaotic, you know what I mean? But I think a lot of people will dig it. You know, if you guys go peep him out, I think you guys will definitely like it and like his message and unity and raza and all of that, you know what I mean? You know, but that's what Little Menace was. This was the second episode already of, you know, so whoever you guys want to see me cover of your favorite Chicano rapper, go ahead and leave it in the comments and all of that. But yeah, this was Little Menace right here. Like I said, at one point he was, you know, he was up there as high as Little Rob, you know, about, you know, when it came to like people knowing who he is and all of that, you know what I mean? He did have status, you know. Now the whole street stuff and all that, like I said, I'm not going to speak on that, you know, that's a whole different, you know, thing. But we're talking about just his music career, his Chicano rap career, whatever. But yeah, so, you know, now if you like more of the gangbanging, whatever type, whatever, I recommend his first 2 albums. And then if you're more into like the, you know, the more positive vibe or whatever, I recommend his last 2 albums. Yeah, and you can get him on Amazon and all that. But yeah, go check out Little Menace right there. And but that's what's up with him.